So it's been a little over 2 months since we installed this Auqastrong 2 horsepower variable speed pool pump that they sent us. And this thing has been working flawlessly. I am running this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's never turned off, except for when I have to clean the skimmer basket. I turn it off, clean the skimmer basket, put it back on, and it it self primes itself, goes up to like 3,000 RPMs until it's primed, and then it'll drop back down to whatever speed you had it set at, which for me, it's usually speed 1,200 RPMs. And this thing is at its 4 settings, 1,200 RPMs, 2,000, 3,200, and 4,000 RPMs. So with mine, it tends to usually lag a little bit, maybe 50 to 100 RPMs below the 3,200 and the 4,000. I'm not sure why that is, but I really don't. It doesn't affect my pool because I'm usually pretty much running it on the speed 1 and speed 2. Speed 1, 24 hours a day to keep the chemicals circulating so I get no algae in my pool. And speed 2 is, you can use speed 2 or 3, which is either 2,000 RPMs or 3,200 RPMs to use my automatic pool cleaner. And it runs flawlessly with this pool pump. My old jacuzzi pool pump that I had could go up to 3,200 on the high speed, and I could set that in intervals of 25 RPMs, but it didn't do me any good. I could never use my pool cleaners. They would not work. Why this is able to work on 2,000 when I couldn't get the other one, the old one, to work on 3,200 is beyond me, but this thing's working. Now, when I did run this and I noticed I went up to 3,200 or 4,000, it's been a while, a couple of years since I changed my O-rings on my fittings and stuff, and I noticed I was having water leak out of here, especially at 4,000 RPMs. So I went to Leslie Pools and I just went in there with my old gasket, got a new one, put it on there, and put the pool lube on all my O-rings and everything. And then I was having a problem with it sucking air in after I installed this because it was much stronger pool pump than my old one. So I forgot that I had started using this. And with this, I use, I get like 4 to 5 uses out of this. I use this cup on here. If I can get it off. It's just a cup for the lid. And I put like maybe 4 or 5 of those in there. Maybe 3 to 5, just depends. But I can get 4 to 5 uses out of that. So that will stay in there and keep my pool hermetically sealed pretty much with that stuff to where I have no air being sucked in at all. If I don't use this, it sucks air in. Not sure, but I use this and it doesn't affect my pH at all or anything, or my chlorine. So whenever I back flush the pool from having to clean out the dirt and leaves and everything like that, then it back flushes this stuff out, so I have to add more. So the only time I need to add this is whenever I back flush my pool. So, and I bought that with 4 of those containers. I think it was around $100 on Amazon like a year ago. I don't know what it is now, but it was pretty inexpensive. That was probably the cheapest place I found it, was either eBay or Amazon for that. And it's called Phos-Free, 0 phosphate, 0 problems. So quick and easy to use, simple, add to skimmer. It's the most effective way to remove phosphates. Now, what was happening, one of the problems I had the reason why I got this is a sand filter. And I was having a problem where I have 3 jets that put the water back in. One here, one over there, and one over there. And it was blowing out sand. Now, that's not sand from the pool filter in there. That's from, I took the cover off and there was a lot of debris in there. So I had to put the pool cleaner in and brush it, but everything settled down to the thing. So I put the pool vacuum back in. But that kept the sand from coming back into my pool. And then before I was using that, I was constantly having a problem with the sand going back into the pool. So that did an excellent job. But every time you back flush, you need to add that stuff. So really good stuff. This was so easy to install. All I had to do was cut this off, glue this on. I had to put an adapter to add length to this because when I took the old pool pump off, it was just a little too high and it wouldn't go down to tighten on. So I had to cut it, add a little bit to it, and then glue it on there, and it was very easy installation. I just ended up using some, I think travertine or something, pavers down there. They're only like an inch thick, but that was the perfect height for me to get that up off the ground. The other thing was when they sent me this, it didn't come with a tool to loosen this up. So if you have a piece of 1/2-inch PVC, this will fit into those notches right there, and then you can turn it that way to unloose or to tighten it, and then turn it this way, so clockwise to tighten and counterclockwise. And it says on here, close goes that way and open goes this way. So, but this fits on there very easy. I had this sitting around the house, so I just keep this over here, and it's like $3 for a 10-foot piece of that, or you can actually buy a 2-foot piece of that over there. Probably the same price, $3. But you can buy a short piece if you don't want to cut it. But that was the only thing about that, was it just didn't come with that. And I didn't let them know or ask them or anything because I had that sitting there. So easy fix. But this pump has been working excellent for me. And like I said, I can run this on speed 2 and 3, 2,000 RPMs and 3,200 RPMs. And I can use my pool cleaner, which with my jacuzzi pool pump, I could never use my pool cleaner. It just did not have enough suction and pulling the water through to be able to do that. Now, on this, you can see where the pressure is on here. Now, if I put speed 2 on here, that'll go up to 2,000 RPMs, and then you can see it moves up. It moved off of 0 to about 4 or 5. And then if we put it on 3,200, now sometimes this won't go all the way up to 3,200. 31, 56, 3,200 it did. Maybe, I don't know what was going on before. But now we're at the 1,200 or 12 PSI, and that's perfect for vacuuming the pool. If I go up to 4,000 RPMs, it goes too high, it goes up to 20. So, and then I start getting water leaking out of here, so it's too high for this. If I put it back down at 3,200 on speed 3, it's perfect. It's at 12, and that's what you want it at on my pool system to vacuum at. So, but I'll put it back on 1,200, and honestly, even at 2,000 RPMs, I can vacuum my pool with the automatic pool cleaner. It works. And I've got 2 of them. One from Leslie's, the Zodiac or something. It's actually got 3. But I bought a cheap one for $80 off of Amazon or eBay. Came with the tubing on it and everything. And that thing works perfect in there. It takes like maybe half hour, 45 minutes to clean the entire pool. There might be a few little spots you might have to use like your pool brush to kind of guide it to get to those spots, or just brush it and it'll be clean. So it cleans it very fast. Even with my old jacuzzi, when I could get it to work, it would take 6 to 10 hours. So this cleans very fast. At this point, after 2 months, I'd still give this Auqastrong 5 stars. It has worked flawlessly for me. I've had no problems. Easy installation. Just, I would, if you're having problem after you do this sucking air in, I have a sand filter. I've never used a cartridge filter on this pool, just sand, and this stuff works excellent, that fuss free. So that's my only recommendation. And I just buy my pool lube off of Amazon or eBay, and it's not the real expensive stuff. And, you know, I can go and pay 12 bucks for this tube, or I can pay $5 or $6 for the tube. It's, to me, I haven't noticed a difference. So, not a big deal. And, you know, I'm very, very happy with this pool pump. And I'm so glad they sent it to me to try out. And I can actually have a clean pool now. Now we're getting ready to install a new pool heater. We got a 17,000 BTU there, which uses around 1,300 watts. 127,000 BTU pool heater there that uses around 8,000 watts. And we're going to put one right behind there. It's going to be a 35,100 BTU pool heater that uses 230. It's going to be like 26 to 2,800 watts. It's going to be a lot less. It's for our 10,000 gallon pool, and this is 9,500 gallons. So that's a 5,000 gallon pool heater. That's like a little above ground pool here you could use that for. So together with these two, that'll be 52,000 BTUs. That could heat a 15,000 gallon pool between the two of them. So I'm going to use both of those, and I'll be able to run both of those on solar because it's only going to be like 4,000 watts, half the amount of watts of that big one there. So when I ran the big one over there, I could run a mini split or two, but I couldn't run my main air conditioners for cooling or heating. And then now with this, I'll be able to run both of those during the day on solar, run my 3.5 ton air conditioner upstairs if I want to, and even a downstairs mini split. While I'm running those two pool heaters, that would be equivalent to running that one big one. So we're going to see how well that does. And we got a little setup here that we were taking the heat from off of there or off of this being blown out. It's like 120 degrees on both of those, the output. After the air goes through there and it pulls the air from the hot air from inside the house, it heats up to about 120. So we were using that to go into that pool heater that could only heat half that size pool. And it was actually raising the temperature throughout the day 4 to 5 degrees by adding that heat before it goes into the heat exchanger there with the refrigerant in it. It was able to take 120 degrees and knock it down to about 90 to 100 before it goes into my hothouse to cool my hothouse down. So I'm going to use that to cool that in the summer and to heat that in the winter. So dual use. Anyways, I've been playing with that. So I'll be taking this part right here off of there, which it just sits up there. It just lifts right up. Oh, see, it came off the stuff. So, but we're going to be hopefully getting that delivered today. See, that'll move out of there, and we're going to put that other heat pump right there, and it'll blow right into the coil of this one, blowing hot air into that before it goes in there. So it's going to help the efficiency of this. By doing that, I increased that efficiency. I doubled that efficiency. So I went from where I couldn't heat that pool at all to where I could heat the pool 4 to 5 degrees throughout the day. Just adding that box and that duct work. So pretty cool. Anyways, we'll show some more projects on that later. Anyways, Auqastrong, I really like it. 5.0 out of 5 stars out of 5. So if you have any products that's solar or pool related and you'd like to contact me to send me something to test and do reviews on, you can contact me at DIYSolarGuy1@gmail.com. And that's in the main channel description and usually in each one of the video descriptions to contact me to collaborate. But that's pretty much it. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you in the next video. Have a blessed day.